Over the years, scientists have uncovered many of the mysteries and shortcomings hidden in the human brain. How about learning these facts hidden in our brains? Our memory is constantly renewed. Our memories are recorded in our brains as short films and put on a shelf. Sections in our memory may be affected by events in our recent past. How about going on a journey to find things that we unconsciously record in our brains and don't know what they do? You may have spent some time thinking about your dreams. Like, what is the meaning of your dreams? Why did you dream something scary? Or maybe you've asked yourself why you forgot most details of your dreams when you're sharing it to another person. If you want to support us by following our channel, you can subscribe. Dreams really are an interesting topic in psychology. In fact, dreams have been studied so many times, and according to some psychologists, getting a better handle on the nature of dreams can boost self-knowledge and aid personal growth. However, the experiences we have in our dreams can be mysterious. What do dreams mean? In the early 1900s, Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, wrote about the theory of dreams and their interpretations. Freud believed that dreams are a manifestation of our deepest anxieties and desires, often relating to repressed childhood obsessions or memories. In addition, it was his belief that almost every dream topic, irrespective of its content, represented the release of sexual tension. In Freud's interpretation of dreams 1899, he developed a psychological technique whereby dreams could be interpreted. He also devised a series of guidelines to help us understand the motives and symbols that appear in our dreams. Throughout cultures and time, opinions have varied and shifted about the meaning of dreams. It seems that people generally endorse the Freudian theory of dreams, and that is that dreams reveal hidden emotions and desires. Other theories are that dreams help us in problem solving, memory formation, or that they occur simply due to random brain activation. Now that we know what dreams are, and what they mean, here are some interesting facts about dreams. 1. Violent dreams can be a warning sign. A new study suggests that a rare sleep disorder in which people act out their dreams, sometimes with violent thrashes, kicks and screams, may be an early sign of brain disorders, including Parkinson's disease and dementia. In this study, researchers examined Mayo Clinic medical records to identify cases of the so-called REM sleep behavior disorder reported from 2002 to 2006 and identified 27 patients who developed the REM sleep behavior disorder at least 15 years before showing symptoms of neurodegenerative ailments. They found out that 13 patients developed what was likely dementia and mild cognitive impairment, 12 patients developed Parkinson's disease, 1 person Parkinson's dementia, and 1 person multiple system atrophy. The main symptom of REM sleep behavior disorder is dream enacting behavior, which can end in the person injuring themselves or a bedmate. Past research has also suggested a link between the dream enacting behaviors and certain neurodegenerative ailments. 2. Men and women dream differently. If there are differences between the physiological aspect of men and women, researchers have found that there are also some differences between men and women when it comes to the content of their dreams. There are several studies that found out that men reported dreaming about weapons significantly more often than women did, while women dreamed about references to clothing more often than men. Women tend to have slightly longer dreams that feature more characters. When it comes to the characters that typically appear in dreams, men dream about other men twice as often as they do about women, while women tend to dream about both sexes equally. Men's dreams tend to have more aggressive content and physical activity, while women's dreams contain more rejection and exclusion, as well as more conversation than physical activity, another study suggests. Another study by psychologist Dr. Jenny Parker of the University of the West of England showed that men are more likely than women to dream about sex and women are more likely to have experienced nightmares. 3. You can control your dreams. It is possible to control your dreams and it's called lucid dreaming. A lucid dream is one in which you are aware that you are dreaming even though you're still asleep. Lucid dreaming is thought to be a combination state of both consciousness and REM sleep, during which you can often direct or control the dream content. According to the research of Dr. Jane Gockenbach, a psychologist at Grant MacEwan University in Canada, people who frequently play video games are more likely than non-gamers to have lucid dreams where they view themselves from outside their bodies. They also were better able to influence their dream worlds, as if controlling a video game character. Gamers are used to controlling their game environments, so that can translate into dreams, Dr. Gockenbach says. That level of control may also help gamers turn a blood-curdling nightmare into a carefree dream, which could help war veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) after combat as suggested by Dr. Gockenbach. 4. Dreams help us solve puzzles. Have you ever experienced being stressed over a problem that you can't solve and just decided to go to sleep? According to the theory of Deirdre Barrett, a Harvard psychologist, sleeping hours may help us solve puzzles that have plagued us during daylight hours. According to her, it's the visual and often illogical aspects of dreams that make them perfect for out-of-the-box thinking that is necessary to solve some problems. Whatever the state we're put in, we're still working on the same problems, Barrett said, adding that while dreams may have originally evolved for another purpose, they have likely been refined over time for multiple tasks, including helping the brain reboot and helping us solve problems. 5. We have a limited number of friends. The number of people that the person can maintain their ties in the immediate vicinity is obvious. However, even if you have thousands of friends on social media tools such as Facebook, you will not be able to communicate with anyone other than 50 to 200 people. 6. Being busy affects our happiness. Imagine you are at the airport and you need to take your luggage. You have found the place to pick up your luggage in 10 minutes. However, if you find another way and find the place to pick up your luggage within 2 minutes, you will wait for your bag to arrive in the remaining 8 minutes. In both cases it takes 10 minutes to take your luggage. But in the second scenario, you will probably feel more impatient and dissatisfied. This is because our brains are busy with things that we don't like. 7. Our brains memorize at most 3 to 4 things. According to studies, our brain can store no more than 3 to 4 pieces of information at a time. This information can only be protected for 20 to 30 seconds. After this hour, if we do not repeat it in our memory, we forget the information. For example, you are talking on the phone while driving and the person on the other end of the phone gives you a number, you cannot write this number and you try to memorize it. Repeating the number causes you to keep it in your short-term memory. 8. Our visual perceptions are really different. Our brain analyzes visual images and interprets them in a way that we can access. For example, being able to read a text quickly is actually about seeing the first and last letters of each word. The rest of the text is read intuitively based on our past experience. 9. We spend 30% of our time dreaming. University of California scientists say that we spend 30% of our time dreaming every day. According to studies, it shows that people who like to dream come true are more creative. In addition, those who dream are better at solving problems and getting rid of stress. 10. Most of our decisions are unconscious. We want all our actions to be careful and planned, but 60% to 80% of our daily decisions are made by our subconscious mind. We don't think of these decisions, but we do. Our brain is filled with millions of data per second. Some of the data is dragged to the subconscious in order to prevent excessive consumption.